Very good morning to everyone. In this short tutorial, I'm just going to discuss about this Edulastic application. About this Edulastic web application, this application can be used for conducting online assessments to the students. In addition to having MCQ type of questions, we can also have descriptive type of questions through this Edulastic application. So I'm just going to guide you people regarding the procedure for using this application. To start with, first we have to register ourselves in the Edulastic portal. So first you just give the URL as edulastic.com. It will take us to the home page. Now in the home page, in the top right corner, we can see a button called Join for Free. Just click it. There will be three options. So first you just click it as teacher. So once if you click as teacher, it will take you to the sign up page. So here we can just give our name, our email, and followed by password. Okay. So I strongly recommend you people to create a separate account for Edulastic instead of just signing with Google. I strongly recommend you people to create a separate login for Edulastic. Okay. So since I already have an Edulastic account, I am directly signing in. Sorry. So once after signing in, it will take us to the dashboard. But when you try to sign in for the first time, it will be also asking for a school name and class name and all, class type and all. So what we can do is you can just give some name. That will not make much difference. Okay. So once after giving all those details, it will take us to the dashboard. Now in this dashboard, we can just see the classes that we have created. Okay. So there is an option for syncing with Google Classroom. Even that also we can use it, or else what we can do is we can just create a separate class. Okay. So create new class, just click it. It will be just asking for the class name. So I'm just giving the class name as 3rd CSE. Okay, these start date and end date are optional one, so you can just ignore it. And grade, we can just have it as others. Sorry. So subject, what type of subject it is computer science, so you can just have that. Then finally you can just save your class. So once if you save, the class will be get created. Now you can see the code, class code. Only by using this class code, the students can join in your class. Okay, fine. Now let us discuss how to create an assessment or assignment. So for creating that, what we can do is in the dashboard, we can be seeing an option called test. You have to click that test. Once if you click the test, it will be just showing the bank of tests that is already available. So since this app is mostly used for school students, so the bank for those students, it will be available. Now if you want to create our own bank, we can just click new test. Okay, just give new test. So once if you give new test, it will be asking like whether you want to create from the scratch or you want to extract from the PDF. Okay, so either you can also go with both the one. Since we are trying for the first time, I am just going with create from the scratch. So I am just clicking create test. So it will be asking for the test name, so I'm just giving as geographic information system or geographic system. Okay, then same grade, computer science. Okay, then once after giving this, you can just go to the next tab, that is add item. So here what we can do is we can just add the questions one by one. Okay, so already some questions will be available there. Okay, probably those questions will not be applicable for us. As I already said, these questions, it will be of for school students. So we can just create a new set of questions by just clicking the button new item. So just click that. Here it will be asking what type of question it is, what type of question we are just going to add, whether it is a multiple choice question or true or false question. So it is just asking like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have descriptive type questions. So what I'm going to do is I can just choose writing. Okay, writing, you can just choose it. Then essay with plain text, that you can just choose it. Okay, now here we can have the type, the question. Okay, so say for example I want to have a question like what is GIS. Okay, so this is the question. Now if you want your students not to perform copy or cut or paste, you can just disable this, and you can just have the maximum score you want to award for this question. So I'm just awarding 2 marks, and if you want you can also limit the number of words. Okay, number of words, that also you can just do it. The other options are just optional one. So these informations whatever you have, it will be for the teacher. Okay, for the evaluator, say for example here if you just give some hint, means this hint will be visible for the evaluator who evaluates the answers. Okay, so once after giving this you can just give save. So it will be suggesting like it is not associated with any standard, so you not worry about it, just give proceed. Okay, now you can just see that one question have been already added. So let me just create 2 more questions. So create new item, same essay with plain text. The second question is how raster data differs from vector data. Okay, same, I'm just disabling all this, and score I'm just giving as 2, and similarly the other one. Okay, so just give save. Again will be asking it is not of standard, you can just ignore called geographic system. Now what you can do is you can just assign. Okay, you need not assign immediately, later also you can assign it. Okay, so what you can do is again you can just go to the bank. Now here you can just you can just see the question whatever you have created. Now you have created by the name called geographic. See, we can just see the question bank whatever we have created. Now you could see geographic system, this is what we have created. So you can just click it, and there will be an option called assign. You can edit and then you can just assign. Okay, so once if you click it, you can just see the question whatever you have added, that will be available here. Okay, so once if you assign, what happens is that it will be asking for which class you have to assign this. Already we have created a class called third CSE, so we can just assign to that class. Okay, so third CSE. And students, as of now we don't have any students. Okay, so once if you have some students added in your class, there will be an option, it will be just listing all the students. You can just select all. So once if you press select all the students will be selected, and then you can just fix the time when we want to have the assessment to the students. Say for example you want to have it by today or by tomorrow, Okay, so once after doing this, you can just press the button assign. But before that, see, since we are using only the free plan, certain options are restricted for us. Okay, the options like shuffling questions, okay, and some reports. So these options are not available for the free plan. Okay, so that's for information. So other than that, once after giving all these things, you can just assign. Okay, that's it. Now the test has been assigned. Okay, now the test has been assigned. Now let us see how the students can take the assessment. So for that, what the student have to do is, they have to get into the Edulastic portal. Second, now the students they can just sign up as a student. Okay, so here it will be asking for the class code. So if you want your students to join your class, you have to share the class code to them. So to access, to see the class code, if you just get into the class, you can just see the class code. So you have to share this class code to the students, only then they can just join. So for this demo session, what I'm doing is I'm just copying this class code and I'm just placing it there. Okay, so in the name I'm just giving as a Alex, then some mail ID alex@abc.com, some password. So once if you give that, it will make the students to join in the class. Now you could see that the students have joined in the class. They have joined in the class and they could see the assessment. Okay, they could see the assessment called geographic system, but it is not been started because it has been scheduled from 4th onwards. Okay, you could see, okay, it is been scheduled from 4th. So students, what they can do is they can just take the assessment on the scheduled time. I just changed the assessment time as now. So since I changed, now the test has been enabled, the assessment has been enabled for the student. You could see that the start assignment button has been enabled. So student can start taking the assignment by just clicking this. Now you could see the questions are being displayed one by one. Okay, so first question, what is JS? Now the student can start answering the questions whatever you have assigned in the question bank. So the first question has been displayed, so the student can answer here. As we already conveyed, the copy option, cut option, paste option are been disabled for the student, so they cannot do anything. They have to just type the answers. GS refers to geographic information system. Okay, I'm just giving a sample answer. So once after giving this, the student can navigate to next question by clicking the button next. So the next question, okay, I'm just giving some sample answer. So since I have given only 2 questions, it is just showing only 2 questions. If you have multiple questions, it will be showing all the questions. Okay, so just by clicking the next button or this arrow mark, they can just navigate to the other questions. So once after giving all the answer, they can just click the button submit. Then it will be just showing in summary sheet. Okay, so if they want to review back any question, they can review here, else they can just press the submit button. Okay, so once if they press the submit button, it will be showing like submitted. Next I will guide you regarding the procedure to be followed for evaluating the students' response. So for evaluating the students' response, what we have to do is we have to get into the assignments. Once if you click the assignments, you can just see the list of assignments whatever you have scheduled for our students. So you could see for demo purpose already I have created an assignment for second year students, so that assignment has been listed here. So now if you want to assess that result, what you have to do is we have to just click that. Once if you click that assignment, you could see all the response. Okay, the students who were given the response, that will be listed here. Now if you want to evaluate any one response, what you have to do is you have to click, say for example I want to evaluate this student's response. So what I have to do is I want to click view responses. So once if you click view responses, you could see all the questions along with the answer given by the student. Okay, so the first question on what is the student's response, and second question what is the student response. Like that you can just see the list of questions along with the response given by the student. You can also see how many seconds the student has given the students have taken to give the response for this question. Okay, so that information is also available. Now if you want to correct the answers, what you have to do is you can just evaluate the response, and you can give the marks here itself. Okay, you can just give the mark here itself. Say for example if it is in correct response, you can just give 2, and if you want to give some message to the student, that can be also given here. And for second question, say for example 1, like that you can just give the marks. Okay, so once if you give the marks for every question, automatically it will be updated in the Edulastic portal. Okay, so you can also see the total mark that will be also generated here, right? So like this we can just evaluate every individual student's response one by one. Okay. So once after completing evaluation of all the students, then it is also possible for us to generate the reports. Say for example now you want to see the report of this particular student, what you can do is you can just select the student for whom you want to see the report. You can just select it and you can just click the button print. So once if you click it, it will be asking for the option, let it be complete test. Just click print button. So the complete the question, the answer given by the student, and also the mark the evaluator has awarded. So total score, everything will be listed here. So this will be generated for every individual students. Now in addition to that, if you also want to generate the marks in the Excel sheet, that can be also done by using the more option. Okay, so there is an option called download response or download grades. So once if you click that, what happens is that the students whoever you have selected, so those students marks alone will be generated in an Excel sheet. So like this, Edulastic portal can be used for conducting online assessment for the students. Hope the session will be useful for you. Thank you.